venit!
O mică degustare? Prețuiește calitatea o viață întreagă. Maioneza Univer. Noi am ales calitatea. Voi?
De Paște, Cel.ro te ajută să oferi bucurii persoanelor dragi ție. De aceea am dat startul promoțiilor de sărbătoare și îți oferim reduceri de până la 40% la electrocasnice, telefoane, parfumuri, cosmetice și multe altele. Profita acum! Cel.ro. Bucură-te de cel mai cel preț!
Emisiunea vă este oferită de FX de la Rompetrol.
Cities have long been the beating heart of the world's economy and culture. Today, the size and complexity of modern cities are astonishing. And that presents a choice: chaos or a consciously creative urban environment. A smart city. Bucharest, a city embracing history and technology, is poised to make that transition. Ready to outgrow its turbulent past, transform into a tech innovator, and enhance the quality of life of its citizens. These are the hallmarks of a truly smart city. World's Smart Cities, Bucharest. Today is the Bucharest Marathon. 8,000 runners from 50 nations are gathered, pumped full of adrenaline, ready to push themselves to the limit. Their route will take them through a city attempting to stride boldly into the 21st century. A city raised on revolution and fueled by the fresh air of opportunity and a newfound freedom.
We are very proud of it and hope that others will copy the idea.
It's turning into one of the most dynamic cities on the planet. And who better to explore this emerging Eastern European powerhouse than National Geographic's Andrew Evans.
For years, Romania's capital has been anything but a symbol of progress. But cities change, and you don't really know a place until you've walked its streets. That's why I've come to Bucharest now, to explore and find out for myself, is this a smart city?
To discover the answer, Andrew will investigate Romania's rich past and resilient people. As a member state of the European Union since 2007, Romania and its capital are perfectly positioned at the crossroads of Eastern and Western Europe. 3 historic principalities gave rise to today's 20 million residents, including Transylvania. Yes, that Transylvania. But a fearsome history and decades of repressive communist rule under former President Nicolae Ceausescu have not daunted Bucharest's spirit of revival.
I think the revolution of 1989 has never ended. The country's still in a revolutionary mindset. They're eager to change things. They're not willing to just accept the status quo, and they say, let's keep building a better and newer country.
But that energy for renewal hasn't erased the past. It's building on it.
For the past 120 years, the Athenaeum Roman has been the cultural heart of Bucharest, where musicians and great minds have come together to share ideas and new ways of thinking. And today, with technology invented in this city, we can gain a new perspective.
This innovative Romanian technology is literally a time machine, a window into the past. It's an augmented reality app that uses GPS and 3D tracking to integrate historical footage with your current location.
So, as I'm walking through the streets of Old Bucharest, it automatically recognizes the street that I'm on, and it comes alive, showing me what this place was like 100 years ago. It's like ghost vision. It's staring into the past. It's adding this 4th dimension of time, and all of these stones and buildings come alive in a whole new way.
And that's just the beginning. The developers are working on other major cities, hoping to open their unique time windows around the world.
It's absolutely mind-boggling to come to Bucharest and to stumble upon something so imaginative. And it's amazing to see how the young generation here is taking the technology that exists around the world and doing something totally new and exciting with it.
It's a perfect example of the city's entrepreneurial spirit emerging from its communist past. A past that has not only forged the character of the people, it's shaped the city itself.
I think architecture is the key to understanding any city, and what I love in Bucharest is the layers of history are so evident in the architecture. Just walking down a single block, you see so many buildings from different eras, different decades, and somehow they come together and tell the story of the city.
An epic story of war, revolution, and rebirth. A story starring this monument to a repressive regime, the Palace of the Parliament. Commissioned by former President Nicolae Ceausescu, it's the second largest administrative building in the world after the Pentagon, and towers over the city as a constant reminder of communism. But for modern, self-aware Bucharesters like historian Nicoleta Roman, the lesson is instructive.
So why is this building so important?
For me, it's ironic that it was destined to be a communist palace, and now it's a place that houses the parliament, a democratic institution.
Like the smart city it's striving to be, Bucharest is course-correcting and learning from its past.
What do you wish outsiders understood about the communist past of Bucharest?
That was mainly destructive, because we had many architectural buildings and complexes that disappeared, and we cannot replace that. But there are voices that think that buildings like this should be erased, which is wrong. We should keep them and understand what they mean, to learn, not to make the same mistake over and over again.
How a city responds to adversity is a good indicator of its smarts. And Bucharest has had more than its share of disaster, man-made and natural. Since 1940, 3 major earthquakes measuring more than 7 on the Richter scale have hit the capital. But Bucharesters aren't passive, even in the face of Mother Nature. They're going to save their people with state-of-the-art rescue technology.
So I'm so excited. Today we're driving way up into the Carpathian Mountains, and I'm with the inventor Robert Oprea, who's created a one-of-a-kind vehicle. He's basically the Romanian MacGyver, and this is something, I'm so excited to see it. There's nothing like it anywhere else in the world, and it was made in Romania. This is it.
Yeah,
Wow, it's big.
it's big and tough.
Robert Oprea's company has created the ultimate urban emergency response unit. The prototype, named Rescue, can travel at almost 70 kilometers per hour, power flow through floods, blast through the deepest Romanian snowdrifts, and access the inaccessible. To firefight, it can tank up to 620 liters of water. And at 3.2 tons, it will carry up to 11 people across any terrain.
So what inspired you to build something like this?
I've personally been involved in many rescue missions, and I realized not even with a 600 horsepower extreme off-roader, it can't fight with the snow, with the nature. We did a lot of things with the car to carry sick people, to float over the water. So this car is prepared for any kind of needs you have.
We're gonna give this thing a test drive. And now it's just going off-road. We're heading out into the mountains. Let's see what this baby can do. You can almost feel it's like a 4-footed beast that's just gripping onto everything and climbing up. No other car can do this.
And no other rescue vehicle in Romania can tackle 30-degree plus slopes like this.
We're test driving the ultimate steep terrain. We've got 6 people in the vehicle. Check this out.
So we are going down.
Oh my gosh! It's like a roller coaster. wow, that thing is a monster. It's like riding a bear through the forest, and totally unexpected. It seems like such a simple idea, but this is something that was invented here, made in Romania, but it's something that people can use all over the world.
And it's another example of the city's revolutionary legacy. Decades of suppressive communist rule gave birth to a spirit of pragmatic ingenuity, a spirit now being exported globally. Emergency services in the US and Scandinavia have expressed interest in this smart city solution. But that's not the only life-saving technology being developed in Bucharest. The time-sensitive window between extrication and medical treatment is critical. And Andrew is meeting a talented Romanian medical team that's setting out to address that.
So, this is one of the new emergency departments in Bucharest.
Before 1990, too many patients were dying on their way to hospital. But then, Dr. Raed Arafat created the Mobile Emergency Service for Resuscitation and Extrication, SMERD for short. And now, Romania has one of the most extensive telemedicine networks in the world.
Here what you have is this video system which allows us to see and talk to other hospitals up to maybe 150 to 100 kilometers away. So we control the camera and we can see as the small details as even the pupils. And then you have here the pre-hospital system where you can get ECGs and you can get data from the ambulances. The real-time transmission system. So what we were seeing was exactly what was happening there.
Ambulances equipped with defibrillators can transmit vital signs in real time. And some can video stream images to the control center, enabling life-saving care by doctors before they even reach the hospital.
So what can you read already just looking at that?
The patient seems to have, just by viewing the EKG, acute myocardial infarction right now. I have to speak with my team there so I can find out if the patient has chest pain.
Based on this virtual assessment, the team in the ER will be prepped with all the available information for the patient's arrival.
For us in Romania, the system starts from the 112 call center. It goes down to the dispatching and the telemedicine, as you have seen. It goes through to the emergency department, which is considered part of the system. If the emergency department is not integrated and not well prepared for this, the disaster will become in the emergency department. In order to give the people safety and security, it is using a lot of technology. It is a smart system. It is a system which is using every possibility it has.
Dr. Arafat, born in Syria, raised in Palestine, and educated in Romania, is the perfect example of a progressive city's citizen. Smart cities understand that smart people are the key to success, regardless of their origins. Combine inclusiveness, innovation, and intelligence, and the future is here.
Hey guys, I'm Jason Silva, host of Brain Games, which returns with all new episodes. We'll explore everything from money to morality. What? This is actually kind of blowing my mind. To memory, to good old-fashioned common sense. You may think you have the answers. Sometimes your brain has a mind of its own.
Îți joacă mintea? Azi la 9 pe National Geographic Channel.
Emisiune oferită de FX de la Rompetrol.
Gândește-te că fericirea nu este pentru cei nehotărâți, cei care stau liniștiți acasă. Ridică-te. Gândește altfel. Fericirea este pentru cei care încearcă lucruri noi, înfruntă problemele și se avântă în necunoscut. Gândește-te să ai curaj să fii fericit. Gândește Unica. Ai nevoie nevoie de mai multă energie pentru a face performanță în fiecare zi? Pentru a menține mintea și corpul în formă, aleg Centrum Performance. O formulă completă și echilibrată cu 23 de vitamine și minerale, îmbogățită cu ginkgo biloba și ginseng pentru a susține energizarea minții și corpului. Performanța devine obișnuință. Noul Centrum Performance susține eliberarea de energie pentru un stil de viață activ. Acesta este un supliment alimentar cu multivitamine și minerale. Citiți cu atenție prospectul.
iWhite Instant, kitul tău pentru albirea dinților. Rezultat instant cu până la 8 nuanțe mai alb și 100% sigur. Află ce poate face iWhite pentru zâmbetul tău. Disponibil numai în farmaciile Sensiblu.
Foresto protejează câinii și pisicile împotriva paraziților externi timp de 7-8 luni, fiind o soluție comodă pentru proprietari.
Încearcă acum noul Foresto.
Impresionant, nu-i așa?
Escape the city to an adventure world that waits for you. Escape to Romania, where nature meets history and castles and mansions match majesty for splendor. From the Carpathian Mountains to the Prahova Valley, grand vistas and mountain air will refresh and inspire you. You'll chase the thrills. You'll escape from the crowd to your Romanian escapade.
Într-un Happy Meal găsești bucurii câte poftești. Bunătăți din carne de vită 100% sau din carne de pui, felii de măr sau salate din ingrediente proaspete, sucuri de fructe și în fiecare săptămână o surpriză. Pentru momente fericite petrecute împreună. Happy Meal. Fiecare primește ce-și dorește la doar 10,9 lei.
Deodorantul care protejează milioane de haine împotriva urmelor galbene și albe. Nivea Man Invisible for Black and White îți protejează toate hainele de la negru la alb. Protecție eficientă 48 de ore. Invisible for Black and White. Nivea Man. Totul începe cu tine. Puneți ideile în practică. Ia un împrumut Provident și ai rate fixe începând de la 17 lei pe săptămână. Sună la 021 275 7575 sau trimite un SMS la 1805 și te sunăm noi.
La Dona, alatul de farmacist nu se primește, se merită. Tenis? Pentru că știm, pentru că ne pasă, pentru că ascultăm.
Să vă zic, sunt niște...
La Dona, investim constant în pregătirea farmaciștilor noștri. Dona, o farmacie cum toate ar trebui să fie.
Romania, a rich, resilient culture with a turbulent history, from invading Ottoman Turks to a crushing communist rule. Now, 25 years after dictator Nicolae Ceausescu was deposed, the revolution in the capital continues.
Bucharest is growing, it's changing by the minute, by the day. When you walk down the street and you see there's construction everywhere, there's noise. It is a chaotic city, but it's chaos towards something new and better than what it is now.
But how is Bucharest harnessing this drive and ambition? To answer this key question, Andrew's investigating the city's infobar, because a smart city is a connected city. Riding the wave of growing IT infrastructure are graduates of the city's many universities. A new generation of highly educated, boundary-busting Bucharesters. Like Monica Cadogan, CEO of an internationally expanding online retail company.
What is it about Bucharest that makes it so well suited for e-commerce?
Bucharest has a lot of talent in technology and especially programming. On top of that, Bucharest is the home of quite a lot of big companies in Romania. Multinationals have put their headquarters for Romania, Bulgaria, Hungary in this city.
Now, as a woman starting a business, did you feel like you had any unique challenges?
I get this question a lot, but I really believe that we are discriminated in Romania, but in a positive way. Females are really respected in their professions. There's a lot of female judges here. A lot of the financial directors are females. And this shows that actually the society is prepared to give trust to a female.
Another tech firm taking advantage of this e-commerce environment is a leading antivirus software company. Co-founder Florin Talpeș has witnessed the recent boom of the IT industry, but the foundation for this flourishing is surprising.
Starting with the late 60s and early 70s, the communists designed a kind of nation strategy for computerization of Romania.
You know, we always focus on the negative aspects of the communist era, but this is a positive thing.
No, for sure. This kind of strong focus on the education for mathematics and science that was a characteristic of the system that time. Today, if you take a look to, by example, to the density of IT skills per capita in Romania, Romania is one of the highest 6 countries in the world.
Florin started one of the first private IT companies in Romania. And his cybersecurity software is protecting computers in more than 100 countries worldwide.
Now, as I understand it, the products and technologies that you've developed are used by more than 500 million people today?
Yeah, we feel a significant responsibility there, and we really aim to provide the best. But aside of that, it's like a good reference for the young ones who want to perform in the high-tech domain, because they can see like a big-time success. So it's like you can do it and become a global player, a very successful global player.
Florin's company is not only providing an example, they're actively nurturing new talent. They support tech programs, events, conferences, and sponsor technical universities. Places like University Polytechnica, where a new generation of post-revolution tech geeks are being trained to take Bucharest into the 21st cyber century. Andrew's guide is lecturer Alexandru Radovici.
These are all projects made by students. We actually show off for the first day of school so freshmen can see what we do at university.
What's this here?
This is a hexacopter, I think.
Can I touch it?
I think so.
Is that okay?
It's not gonna bite you.
Oh, check this out. Look at that.
You can attach cameras, sensors. For instance, a nice application of this is that you have sensors put all over the city, and you have a drone that flies once a day above them and collects the data.
Gets all the data from
exactly.
Wow. I didn't do it.
The first year today. And
Alexandru and his team have created award-winning software designed to make electronics programming accessible to anyone.
What we're going to do is to make him walk.
Teaching a robot to walk is easy?
Before Alexandru's breakthrough, programming was anything but easy. But now, everyone can have fun.
So I've built the smoke detector, but I wanted to send me a message.
When you have smoke?
When my house is on fire. Okay.
Perfect for home programming and DIY tinkering for the masses.
And make a call and say this one.
Oh, there it is.
The roof is on fire.
Check it out. My house is burning down. And just like that, in a few minutes, I learned how to program. And that is the great secret of Bucharest, is what's happening behind the walls of buildings like this. This is the new wave.
We have a program called Innovation Labs, where we want to encourage students to build their own startups.
Meeting 2 software designers on the same day, representing 2 very different generations, was remarkable because there's a long tradition in Romania of being on the cutting edge of technology, computer science, and innovation. And seeing that link across 2 very different regimes, 2 very different governments, and seeing that there is this continuity in this city makes me very hopeful for the future.
Bucharest's potential as a cutting-edge business hub is already gaining traction at an international level as a developer of high-tech security systems. And innovators like Mircea Tudor are leading the charge by revolutionizing aviation security.
So you've built a machine that's protecting the European Union?
Yes,
Okay.
not 1, but 18.
18?
Yes,
All right.
already in operation. The first one since 12 years already.
So where will this one go?
This one will go to Dubai.
Do you think people are surprised that something like this is made in Bucharest?
Yes. When we start to discuss with our potential clients, they are totally surprised that such a small company from a small country succeeds to release in the market that advanced scanning solution.
We
we wanted to develop a solution to scan the body of an aircraft because each aircraft body has a lot of empty cavity, so-called technical cavity, used by a criminal network to transport whatever kind of illegal goods.
So this machine here you invented?
Yes.
It's going to catch all the bad guys?
Yes.
How does it work?
The small robot moves the aircraft with constant speed through this scanning frame.
So anything that passes by there,
generate
you're
an
gonna
image.
Okay.
Yes.
Incredible. I've turned to a life of criminal activity. I have an AK-47. I built a small bomb with plastic explosives. I'm going to hide them in the airplane. And I think you might be expecting some of these things, so I'm also going to slip my phone into the back of the plane. You won't find that. All right, I'm ready.
We will see how bad you are. You see the aircraft is moving now. The robot is tagging.
So it's an immediate image.
Yes, in real time almost.
Looks okay to me.
Not that okay to me. Here we have something. It's a gun.
I think that's part of the engine.
No. This is a bomb because yes,
you found my bomb.
Yes, this is the detonator inserted into the explosive.
Yeah,
and the wire.
You
Yes,
got me. I put a bomb on the plane.
yeah.
So I hit something else in there. Something that you didn't anticipate.
Is the telephone here?
That's my telephone. So after this, nobody is ever going to be able to hide anything on a plane.
No. Absolutely impossible.
You can see everything.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you're changing the world?
Yes, we are changing aviation security philosophy.
I feel that Romanians are fearless, and so no problem, be it technological or cultural, is too daunting for them. This was a task that the rest of the world kind of shrugged their shoulders and said, it will cost too much money, it's too much research, we can't do it. They said no. And here in Romania, they said, yeah, let's figure it out. And what's amazing is that there's a need across the world for this. Every airport in the world needs a scanner to scan airplanes. But somebody in Romania was the one who had the guts to figure it out.
After taking control of the Communist Party in 1965, Nicolae Ceausescu ruled the country with ruthless brutality for 24 years. But his reign of terror came to an end in the face of the courageous, united Romanian people.
Back in 1989, the whole world was watching Bucharest, and especially this spot where Romanians gathered on Revolution Square and chose a new direction for their country. But that was more than 20 years ago, and there's a new generation that wants to redefine what the city is.
A talented, tolerant, technology-savvy generation is driving this smart city forward. But is everyone on board for the ride? There are suburbs of Bucharest, away from the bustling hustle of the central hub, still weighed down by history.
Here in Sector 2, the buildings show us that there was a time where function mattered more than form. And after communism fell, this factory, like so many, was abandoned, and it affected the neighborhood. But now, a younger generation has come in to repurpose it, to beautify it, and to try something new.
Harnessing this energy and desire for renewal, local art collective Make a Point has reimagined the water tower of this factory into a vertical art gallery.
When did you first see this tower as a project?
I didn't. Maybe I was blinded because it's right in our courtyard. People see it from all over when they hang their underwear or wait for the bus. Why not do something with it? I think this was the very beginning. Then it started to grow with ideas from a lot of people.
And so began an inspiring community project, breathing new life into an old, dead space.
So do you feel like it's become a new symbol for Pantelimon?
It does. Simple is a lot for me to say if I would try to be humble, but it's growing into something.
So who comes and visits the art tower now?
More and more people from the neighborhood. And that's the positive thing, because we know for a fact that all the children from the kindergartens to schools, they ask their parents or teachers to take them to the tower. And they come just because it's fun and it's cool to climb up so high and see the city from here. And then we feel that they will want to come again. They will want to see an exhibition. And then maybe they come to the library or to a screening. So that's the people we wait for also in a few years from now.
So how does that make you feel that you've created a new destination in Bucharest?
We are very proud of it. And we also hope again that others will copy the idea.
Rămâi aici, programul continuă cu FX de la Rompetrol.
This car would have been crushed a long time ago. Tell you what, this car has already died.
Nu o să vă fie deloc ușor.
We're going to have to bring it back to life.
Tot mai departe. SOS Mașini Clasice. În fiecare luni la 9.
Este petrolistul care aduce pe mare mii de tone de țiței de pe alte continente. Chimistul care rafinează milioane de tone de petrol în rafineria noastră cea mai modernă, Petromedia. Profesionistul, unul dintre miile de angajați din cele 12 țări în care suntem prezenți. Ești tu, cel care alegi zilnic calitatea carburantului și a serviciilor Rompetrol din stațiile noastre și ne determini să fim din ce în ce mai buni. Rompetrol, ajungi mai departe.
Bună, Gino! Ți-am adus învățăcii să scoți mătăuntul din ei.
Prea cru. Prea tare. Prea alb. Prea bun, prea ca la țară. Unt de la Covalat de țară. Prea bun, prea ca la țară.
Ai o zi proastă? Ia-ți o doză de distracție. Hai la luptă, desfășoară-te, joacă așa cum vrei. World of Tanks, joacă gratuit la tankist.ro.
Ai nevoie de mai multă energie pentru a face performanță în fiecare zi? Pentru a menține mintea și corpul în formă, aleg Centrum Performance. O formulă completă și echilibrată cu 23 de vitamine și minerale, îmbogățită cu ginkgo biloba și ginseng pentru a susține energizarea minții și corpului. Performanța devine obișnuință. Noul Centrum Performance susține eliberarea de energie pentru un stil de viață activ. Acesta este un supliment alimentar cu multivitamine și minerale. Citiți cu atenție prospectul.
Deodorantul care protejează milioane de haine împotriva urmelor galbene și albe. Nivea Men Invisible for Black and White îți protejează toate hainele de la negru la alb. Protecție eficientă 48 de ore. Invisible for Black and White. Nivea Men. Totul începe cu tine.
Aproximativ 1 din 4 oameni prezintă o variație genetică, DRD47R, gena aventurii. Dacă o ai, vei simți o dorință intensă de a explora. Dar, bineînțeles, ai nevoie de mijloacele ideale pentru ca explorarea să fie posibilă. Noul Discovery Sport. Aventura este în ADN-ul nostru.
O mică degustare prețuiește calitatea o viață întreagă. Maioneza Univer. Noi am ales calitatea. Voi?
De Paște, Cel.ro te ajută să oferi bucurii persoanelor dragi ție. De aceea am dat startul promoțiilor de sărbătoare și îți oferim reduceri de până la 40% la electrocasnice, telefoane, parfumuri, cosmetice și multe altele. Profita acum! Cel.ro. Bucură-te de cel mai cel preț!
Am revenit. Programul continuă cu FX de la Rompetrol.
Intrinsic to Bucharest's emergence as a smart city is the participation of its residents in its regeneration. And engaging citizens is the key goal of the Connected project. Co-curated by architect Stefan Ghenciolescu, he's been working with the next generation of citizen builders.
Smart cities should have smart communities. So we try to focus our exhibition on initiatives that use technology in order to make better cities. For instance, this one here is an initiative starting from Bucharest, but it's already with hundreds of people of teaching kids architecture. not to make small architects out of them, but so they can learn about their cities.
So why is it important for you that this next generation understands architectural principles?
To have good cities is very important. You have to have people which are educated in this and to know what they have to demand, not only to their architects, but also to their mayors, to their city council, who know what it is a democratic space, public space, and who are able to participate into this.
But citizen participation and tech innovation will all be for nothing without a sustainable environment. And Bucharest is intent on a sustainable future.
Am folosit numai materiale naturale pentru a o îndepărta cât mai mult de poluare.
In a world competing for rapidly depleting fossil fuels, Cătălin Butmalai is only too aware of the economic advantages in green energy.
What does this mean, zero energy house?
Este o casă care nu consumă energie din rețelele publice. Este o casă care își produce propria energie prin propriile mijloace, astfel încât ea nu participă deloc la amprenta de carbon.
The technology incorporated harnesses natural resources for energy efficiency. But crucially, Cătălin and his team have retained classic Romanian design elements in their buildings.
Absolut totul este handmade și cred că asta este legătura foarte puternică între conceptul nostru și arhitectura românească.
Without forgetting the past, smart cities are focused towards the future. This means adapting to changes and developing new solutions.
You already had so much interest from around the world. Why do you think that is?
De ce se întâmplă asta? Pentru că, într-adevăr, în ultimii ani, populația lumii devine tot mai conștientă că conceptul de zero energy și non-consumption este din ce în ce mai important. E important să trăim din ce în ce mai economic și mai nepoluant.
Smart cities are by necessity, aiming to revitalize landscapes, both man-made and natural. For Bucharest, this means caring for and developing the Dâmbovița River. The city's main artery, its lifeblood, runs right through the heart of the capital. Ivan Pațaichin, national record holder with 7 Olympic canoeing medals, is on a mission to give the Dâmbovița a new lease of life.
Why is this relationship between cities and nature so important to you?
Și toată viața mea am fost pe apă și în natură. Prin profesia mea am stat numai în natură și cumva legătura asta a rămas.
This champion athlete has taken his passion and championed an exciting new project, Romania. Set to relaunch the river as a major eco-tourist attraction, visitors and, just as importantly, locals can row, paddleboard and even watch movies on the water.
Înseamnă că Dâmbovița poate să devină un imens aparat de aer condiționat pentru București. E parcul unde lumea poate să vină cu plăcere, stea liniștită.
If technology, architecture and the environment provide a physical connection, then it's a smart city's arts that speaks to its soul. And so Andrew heads for the old heart of Bucharest to learn of this dynamic city's love of live performance.
The first Jewish theater opened in Romania in the 19th century. But what I find most remarkable is that during World War II, in the 1940s, this Jewish theater was open and active in Bucharest, and it survived the communist era. So through some of the darkest periods of European history, Jewish culture in Bucharest prevailed. Today, this state-funded theater is still showing plays in Yiddish. And people come from all over to enjoy the best of Jewish culture. Now, you just greeted me in Yiddish?
Yes.
Yes, how do you say it?
Agit morgen.
Agit morgen.
Despite playing leading roles in Hollywood movies like The Passion of Christ, Maya Morgenstern refused to turn her back on Bucharest.
You were in this theater during communist times?
Yes.
And you were performing plays with only 2 or 3 audience members.
Yes.
How did you keep going? How did you deal with that?
The feeling that we are doing something important. It's a little light of life. People need us. People are coming to see us. So It's not for nothing.
Rooted to where she first got her start, Maya's in good company to help spark a modern rejuvenation of Jewish theatre.
It is an honor for us as well to bring youth, young people, to learn the way to Jewish theatre.
And what is your hope for these young actors here?
I do hope for them to develop as artists, to understand with their hearts, of course, but also with their conscience, that being part of Jewish theatre is a great honor. It's a need, it's a purpose, it's hope.
This is so much fun. It's also very touching to come into this very old theater and to see a stage where plays have been performed for more than 100 years, and to see Romanian teenagers putting on a very old Romanian play, and to see an older generation passing the culture of Bucharest on to a younger generation is magnificent.
A project that helped shape the cultural heritage of Bucharest was the Give a Penny for the Athenaeum campaign. With the public's support, this magnificent building was completed in 1888 and is now renowned worldwide for its outstanding acoustics. Today, it's hosting the 14th edition of the George Enescu International Competition, attracting hundreds of young classical musicians from all over the world.
It's a night of great anticipation and probably a lot of nerves. So I'm looking forward to talking to some of the artists and finding out what brings them to Bucharest and what's going through their minds right now. Tell me what you're playing.
Tchaikovsky First Piano.
What is it like to play in this place, and what is it like to play in Bucharest?
To be honest with you, the hall is absolutely fantastic. The way it's built and its acoustics. It feels like you're playing in the 19th century. It's gorgeous.
So, as a classical musician, what does Bucharest mean to you?
I didn't even know that the city was so beautiful. First of all, let alone that it has such vibrant musical tradition that keeps going. I mean, everybody's like so excited about this competition and festivities.
Tonight, extraordinary international careers will be launched. And just as Enescu and his music are celebrated globally, these bright young stars will blossom and bind Bucharest to the world. Bucharest, a cosmopolitan city pulsing to a modern, culturally diverse beat. But it wasn't always so welcoming, because the first documented evidence of the city was in 1459 as the citadel of Bucuresti. And as Andrew finds out from Nicoleta Roman, it was believed that that was one of the homes of Romania's most well-known historical figure.
So, who was the real Dracula?
The real Dracula was Vlad Țepeș, Vlad the Impaler.
The Prince of Wallachia, also known as Vlad Dracula, with reference to the Order of the Dragon, was probably the inspiration for Bram Stoker's most famous bloodthirsty character. But his legendary harsh measures, impaling anyone who crossed him, are completely at odds with modern Bucharest's hospitality.
Now, there's so much happening in Bucharest right now in art, culture, music, technology, food. Why now? What's happening?
But now we have the freedom, we have the possibility to do things. We can connect to people who are from West, from Russia, who are free to make our own decision regarding these areas of expertise.
So you feel that because Bucharest is a crossroads,
yes,
it helps it?
Yes, it helps very much.
A battleground for Russian and Turkish empires, Romania is a blend of many historical influences. And today, That rich diversity, breadth of talent, and Central European position is priming the city for savvy international filmmakers.
Something a lot of people don't realize is that Bucharest has become a major destination for making movies. And today, over 200 films have been made here, just outside the city. The great thing about Romania is with 4 very distinct seasons, lots of different backdrops, and highly technical crews, you can really make anything here. And even though I'm in Romania, you can come to any period of time and any place. So right now, I'm walking through an old western town at high noon.
This commercial studio has produced over 160 features and 800 commercials in 8 languages, has 9 sound stages, a host of standing sets, and hectares of backlot. A location producer Benjamin Sachs has returned to again and again.
Well, right now we're preparing to do Vlad the Impaler. The real story of Vlad the Impaler, not the Bram Stoker Dracula version.
What do you wish people knew about him?
You know, he's kind of a hero here, and he was ruthless, but he wanted a better country, and you know, it's kind of an interesting story.
But we're not in Los Angeles. We are in
Romania.
Romania. Why here?
The one thing I like here is I can build gigantic sets without the high cost of LA stages or Vancouver stages, and that makes it really attractive. You got great technical staff. Everyone pretty much understands English. You don't really have to run around with translators. And they move fast, they're efficient, and they'll try to do anything you want them to.
Since you've been here from kind of the beginning, how have you seen the film industry here progress?
The biggest thing is in time and speed and technology. When you first got here, if you wanted like the higher end stuff, you'd have to bring it in. But now we've been here so many times, they've learned a lot of our techniques and a lot of our ways, and they're just as proficient as just about any Western crew I've worked with.
Rămâi aici, programul continuă.
Dumnezeu mi-a dat meditații gratis pentru facultate, pentru că a vrut să fac un bine.
El e vecinul care a plantat trandafirii din fața blocului și mi-a dat și mie un.
Un obstacol pus de Rusia.
Pozitoare, acțiune rapidă în 10-30 de...
Un moment dat, un ingredient acolo ar fi provocat
acolo era un boicot economic, evident.
Deci vedeți că există legislație peste tot care impune și poate să impună anumite restricții la import și bazate în primul rând pe siguranța alimentului. Suntem în situația în care nu avem încredere în acest sistem, mai putem face un lucru, să-l spălăm foarte bine acasă și așa să-l consumăm.
Există, de asemenea, în produse euri și diversi aditivi. Aceștia cât sunt de nocivi. Pentru că s-a vorbit foarte mult, există o grămadă de studii despre eurile din mâncare care ne provoacă cancer.
Aici, din păcate, suntem...
Beciul domnesc vrea să-i răsplătească pe cei care le fac. Recomandă un om bun și câștigă alături de el. Detalii pe facebook.com/beciul domnesc. Încrederea voastră ne obligă să fim cel mai bine vândut model de import din România. Vă mulțumim!
Skoda. Simply clever. Aproximativ 1 din 4 oameni prezintă o variație genetică. DRD47R. Gena aventurii. Dacă o ai, vei simți o dorință intensă de a explora. Dar, bineînțeles, ai nevoie de mijloacele ideale pentru ca explorarea să fie posibilă. Noul Discovery Sport. Aventura este în ADN-ul nostru.
Putea fi încă un prânz în fața calculatorului. Putea fi un prânz la fel ca toate celelalte. Altfel de zi, altfel de bere. Ciuc 00. Vrei să ai parte de un altfel de prânz? Intră pe prânzpenevăzute.ro și înscrie-te pentru o experiență Ciuc 00.
Când eram mici, făceam teren din orice. Un cordon de halat și sufrageria era a noastră. Că nu-i bine să bați mingea în casă.
Lasă-i să bată mingea. De restul are grijă Dedeman. Cu vopsea etalon 0,75 litri, diverse nuanțe la numai 6,99 lei. Dedeman, dedicat planurilor tale.
Ce poți spune cu Tuborg? Spune că vrei să împărtășești. Spune-i să zâmbească mai des. Spune-le că vrei pe scenă. Spune-i că o iubești. Say it with Tuborg.
Ai o zi proastă? Ia-ți o doză de distracție. Hai la luptă, desfășoară-te, joacă așa cum vrei. World of Tanks, joacă gratuit la tankist.ro.
Gândește-te că fericirea nu este pentru cei nehotărâți, cei care stau liniștiți acasă. Ridică-te. Gândește altfel. Fericirea este pentru cei care încearcă lucruri noi, înfruntă problemele și se avântă în necunoscut. Gândește-te să ai curaj să fii fericit. Gândește Unica.
Totul începe cu un sunet. Sunetul unui cec gras de 500 de kilograme încărlit. Dar oricine a dat la ton știe, se prinde sau s-a dus cât ai clipi. Depinde cât ești de iute de mână. La pescuit de ton. Premiera joi la 9 pe National Geographic Channel.
Am revenit. Programul continuă cu FX de la Rompetrol.
So I've just been cast as a dead model in the upcoming miniseries Vlad the Impaler. They're going to be taking a mold of my head to be used in the backdrop of a scene in the film. Very exciting, a little frightening.
All right, let's go over the poses. Anguish.
Anguish?
Anguish. I like it. Distraught. I think we can work with that.
Andrew's acting career may have left a lasting impression. But a man cannot live by art alone. He's gone to eat. Meet Mircea Dinescu, an exceptional Romanian restaurateur, excited to lead Andrew on a taste tour of Bucharest.
So what actually defines the taste of Romanian cuisine?
Cheia gustului bucatelor românești constă în faptul că pământul este foarte bun și nu este impregnat cu chimicale și două este, clima e foarte dulce, pământul este foarte bun, deci sunt legume cu parfum, au mirezme, sunt dulci, că există soare. Dacă îi dai unui român la Paris asta, cadou, plânge, nu știare.
So apparently the herbs in Romania are so fresh, they smell so wonderful that when Romanians are visiting friends in France, they bring this as a gift, and it's prized even more than flowers. The French people love it because it's so fresh.
In addition to a pride in the freshest of organic produce, Bucharest's palate contains a melange of international influences from the Viennese, Parisians, and Ottoman Turks. But Mircea's obsession is with home-cooked Romanian food. In his ironically rustic restaurant, he's on a mission to reinvigorate an authentic heritage.
E o vorbă, când se întâmplă o minune, se spune că nu o zbura porcul, atunci se va întâmpla minunea. La mine zboară porcul, de se întâmplă o minune. În România, după 50 de ani de comunism, când s-a pierdut tradiția, cei de la cantinele populare de la fabrici au deschis restaurante cu mâncare mediocră care se mânca la cantină. Ori eu am reluat lanțul trofic al bucătăriei de la 1900, cum găteau cu coanele la 1900, cărțile vechi de bucate.
I think the past is revolutionary in Romania because under the last regime, they tried to erase so much of the past. And so bringing it back and being proud of it is what this country needs. And it really takes ingenious people like Dinescu to have the courage to say, let's discover our own past. And I want to help you discover it as well. No. It's one thing to read about a place, you really have to taste it to know it, and that's what we've done today. And it's so exciting to come to a place filled with old recipes and yet have so many new flavors.
It's a constant theme of this evolving city. connections between old and new. A fearlessness in breaking the mold, married to a respect for heritage and beer.
The oldest brewery in Bucharest, founded in 1879, and not only does it represent magnificent Art Nouveau architecture, it's a very important place historically because you had so many great political thinkers of Romania, poets and writers who gathered here to drink beer. And what I love about it is not only is it just beautiful and colorful, it's very symbolic that even despite all of the political upheavals, the ups and downs in Romania, there's something glorious that has remained constant.
Come sundown, young Bucharesters head for the one constant in this city, its historic heart.
Lipscani is one of the oldest sections of Bucharest, right in the center of the city, and it dates back to the 15th century when merchants from Leipzig came here and sold their wares, hence the name Lipscani. But today you won't find cobblers and shoemakers. What you'll find is nightlife, and to the extreme. Right now the streets are packed, the clubs are thumping, there's great music, there's a great atmosphere, and the party goes all night. We're just getting started.
And so is Bucharest. Its quest to become a smart city has emerged from the brutal grip of the communist era. Its citizens, bursting with innovations and skills, are striding into the 21st century, full of confidence as independent thinkers and daring risk-takers.
Yes, I think that Bucharest is a smart city. They've made very intelligent decisions in the last few years. They've made a commitment to make the best city they can for the future. They're not thinking about the next decade, they're thinking about the next century. What questions they have to answer when it comes to transportation, to technology, education, food, culture, all of it. They have committed themselves to really being an example to the rest of the world, and I find that very impressive.
Emisiunea a fost oferită de FX de la Rompetrol.